Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 16.HU. So this is a hunted issue. I already explained how all this is going to go in the previous week with the issue number 16 proper. So yeah, go back and check that out to understand how this works, what the HU issues are. Anyway, this is the first part of Hunted. Hint, hint. That's what HU stands for. Okay, let's get started here. We got Nick Spencer on writing, Iban Coelho on art, Edgar Delgado doing the colors, VC's Joe Caramunga on letters, Greg Land and Justin Ponser doing the cover art, and of course Stan Lee with Steve Ditko created the character. By the way, the logo design, Jay Bowen. Okay, so this is a Black Cat issue. Spider-Man is in this in retrospect. There's some flashbacks where Black Cat is in the middle of beating the living snot out of a whole bunch of Hammerhead's people. And meanwhile, she is remembering the things that she'd forgotten when Doctor Strange cast that spell that caused everybody to forget. And then, of course, later on, we'd seen that Spider-Man goes and reveals that, you know, his identity to her, and all of a sudden she remembers everything. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, all that's happening. We get a whole bunch more, like some really cool tidbits about their relationship. And I gotta admit, guys, look, obviously the combination right now is in fact Mary Jane and Peter Parker. I get it, but I gotta admit, I really do like the story with Black Cat and the spider. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Anyway, hair in my mouth. Oh, geez. I don't even know if it's a beard hair or a hair because, like, I've got so much of it all. Jeez. Anyhow, but it's definitely one of them. Stop that right there. Anyhow, Black Cat winds up going after Hammerhead's men because Hammerhead said, I need to have a conversation with you. So she figures, let me beat up all your bad guys just in case you want to start something. Then it's just you and me going at it and not you, me, and all of them, which is smart. But yeah, that's not what Hammerhead was all about. In fact, he just simply wants her to help him out because, you see, all these people disappearing, as we know for the Hunted, they're all people who are basically kind of like avatars. It's not avatar enough that Morlun is going to go after them or the Inheritors, but yeah, it's Inheritor enough, like these avatar-type characters. And, of course, Leland Owlsley, the Owl, is one of them. So while he wants her to go and rescue him, he also wants some of her some of her thieving abilities to come into play, as he wants some of the paintings that he'd gotten. You know, if somebody winds up stealing the paintings while he's out, he doesn't have to know anything about that, but he does want Leland Owlsley rescued. She goes out to do that, but when she does come across Leland Owlsley, she first comes across little Billy Connor. So now, all of a sudden, there's the idea that she's got an opportunity to complete a job or go after, or go and try and rescue this poor, helpless kid. Which one will she choose? And how will her bad luck come into play in this? Multiple times. This is a great issue. I just talked about Batman, issue number 66, how Batman, Bruce Wayne, for the most part, aside from flashbacks, wasn't in this comic book at all. But I still enjoyed it. Still, go and check out Comic Book University's website when that goes up. I'm trying to write reviews for it right now so I can throw it up. I'll put all that information available on my front page of my YouTube. But anyway, I get into it a whole lot more, discussing how I like how Tom King did that issue, but I don't think that he has the ability to do what Nick Spencer does, which is have a titled comic book and not really have that character in the title that often. Nick just has an incredible way of pulling that off that I still have yet to fully understand. I don't know how to replicate that, and if I could, I'd just be writing comic books, because, damn it, it's like he's got that down pat. That being said, I feel like the next issue has to have some serious Spider-Man in it. Every time you can have one of these Hunted issues where you're getting somebody else's perspective, which is something that we've already been doing a lot in the comic books, I feel that somehow this has to reflect back on Spider-Man, because he does appear in the final panel, like the actual Spider-Man, not just a flashback memory of him. And it's going to be really important. It's going to be kind of crucial to this story. The way that this plays out, again, expert expert level. It's over 9,000. Guys, I cannot stress enough. This Hunted series just seems amazing. It seems sick beyond all comprehension, dude. I am absolutely in love with this. Dude, like, this is supposed to be about Kraven for the most part. We've really only seen Kraven in the previous issue doing anything important, right? And yet, it doesn't seem like he's that necessary for the story to take place in the early stages, at least, and possibly even at all. Again, I don't know how they pull this off, but it's great. And let's not slouch on the artwork either. Hot damn. Hot damn. Everything about this comic, A+. Love it. Guys, that's going to be it from me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.